Hey guys, sorry about such an extreme close-up. Got a feeling I got the settings wrong on my camera. Wow, sorry about that. Well, I guess it is what it is for tonight. I'm just lucky to be here right now. How is everybody? Look at that, we got a bunch in the chat already. Eric, Doug, Ricky, who else we got there? Jalen, James, Merlin. Now I can't get my chat to scroll. Hey, Mr. Home Run Derby. Yep, we're live. Yeah, just barely. I've had a day and a half in here today. Let's see, am I going? There we go. Trying to at least center myself a little. Hey, John, Raven, how are you? Max Headroom theme tonight. Yeah, sorry. Let's try this. I'll move back a little. I don't think it's going to help a whole lot, is it? Well, at this point, that's probably the best I can do. Sorry, guys. I tried to do a setup. Hey, Charlie, over by the display cases where I was going to, where we'll be selling items, play mats and singles all weekend. And I wanted to do a stream from there, but it was not cooperating with me. Hey, Howard, Dark Clown's here. I think I zoomed in on the camera. I wonder if there's a way for me to fix that real quick. Hold on a minute. Whoa. Whoa. Now I'm super blurry. Come on now. How about the top of my head? Does that work tonight? Still too. How the heck does that happen? Yeah, I'm not standing up all night. All right, we're getting closer. Still a little blurry. How am I going to get rid of that? Let's see. Well, you guys don't need to see me anyways, right? Now it's down too low. How is everybody? Yeah, thanks, Ricky. I appreciate that. Whack a Doug. Hey, Marcio's coming in tomorrow. Hi, Lawrence. I'm going to fix things here in just a minute. I promise. I got an idea. Someone sent Nor over. Heck yes. Where is Nor? Nor! Help! Wow, this is crazy. it's down way too low. Oh my gosh. All right, now move over this direction a little bit. There we go. That's as good as it's going to get today, guys. Sorry. All right, what's on everyone's mind tonight? Is everyone ready? Marcio and Diego coming in tomorrow. Felipe will join us on Wednesday. Actually, all three of the Team League of Power from Brazil will be here Wednesday night. Ricky, Mr. Undefeated, is going to be here tomorrow night. Ricky, let me know if you have any change of arrival plans. Yeah, I've been ignored. That's good, Ricky. I like that one. You know, Dark Clown, there wouldn't be an episode without Doug and his technical difficulties. I heard something about an event on Friday and Saturday. James says perfect. As good as it gets, James, tonight. Tomorrow I start transforming the room, getting it ready for the big event. We're going to start playing sometime tomorrow afternoon, and we're going to play until late in the night on Saturday. I think I saw on Top Deck the event is listed there. You cannot sign up for that event because it's an invite only, and I don't know what they're going to do about that. I guess just manually add you when you show up the Saturday morning. James will be in on sometime on Friday, so maybe he'll start adding people on Friday. I'm not sure. From what I understand, Keith is supposed to be running the last chance qualifier. I hope that is correct. If he doesn't do it, I don't know who will. I am not supposed to be the one doing it, so we shall see what happens there. Sorry, guys. I'm a perfectionist, and I don't like my image on the screen. Oh well, we're gonna go with that. Ricky says, you heard it here. Non-stop playing from tomorrow till Saturday night. If you guys want to stay in the room overnight, you're more than welcome to. I personally will not be playing 24/7 for 5 straight days. I also have a job to work while you guys are here. Although Jessica and Corey have cut my hours a little bit to allow me to be back here as much as possible. Anthony's picked up a few hours. Ron's picked up some hours. So it's going to be fun. Jalen, you still in the chat? Jalen's another Columbus guy who's going to be here to try and get qualified on Friday. Who else is going to get qualified on Friday? Ray, local guy. I think Steve still needs to get qualified. Ray just finished second out of 704 Star Wars players over the weekend. So he's a runner-up North America champ for the second year running. He lost the championship game the last 2 years. Now he's dedicated himself to Overpower. So I think he's going to make a strong showing. Miles is coming up from Cincinnati. He has to get qualified on Friday. A lot of guys. Sam and Vlad, I think, are coming down Friday to try and qualify. Jesse and Scott in Cincinnati, they've already qualified. They'll be here on Saturday. So Ohio has got a strong representation. Still have no clue as to how many players to expect. I'd love to hit 80 to 100. I think we might. We got an outside shot, right? I think we can do it. James is going to miss the qualifier, but he's going to play in the skirmish. Awesome. Yeah, there's a lot of guys pretty excited about that skirmish, and I know Keith's pretty excited about the excitement for the skirmish because he is the one who created the skirmish. Merlin's hoping to be here in time for the skirmish. Are you Canadians all driving down? Why don't you guys just get up and leave a couple hours early? James says, fingers crossed, my Reaper will be legal. Yeah, I like what you did on that Reaper. I don't think you're going to have a problem with it being legal. Are they going to allow the Reaper in the skirmish? Is that... I would think that'd be a pretty bad card to be in a skirmish. I'd have to look at the rules a little closer. I don't plan on playing. I'm going to maybe live stream and do some interviews while guys are playing the skirmish. I'm hoping to get Marcel, maybe Phil Keffer to sit down and talk to me for a little bit. Tyler. Whoa, Jessica says, love watching the technical difficulties, Dad. Yeah, I know. Sorry. As I explained earlier, I was trying to do a different setup over on the other side of the room. It didn't work. I couldn't do what I wanted to do. And I ran out of time because I had to ship all these packages. I still got 3 more to ship after the show. Merlin says, Nick and I have to get Zach from the airport in Buffalo at 10:30. So if Zach's plane is late, then we might not make it. Oh, that's terrible. All right, let's hope Zach gets into Buffalo on time. Howard says, any idea how many advanced from the qualifier? I was told, and I don't know if this has changed or not, but I was told only 8. And I don't know how many players we would have to get on Friday to change that number, to make them consider changing that number. I would hate for it to be, at the end of the day, they say, okay, everybody that played gets in. Everyone that plays on Friday gets in. I would hope it wouldn't get to that extreme, but I just don't know what's going on. Again, I am hosting the event. I am not running anything. John, Raven Project here in the chat, he is volunteering to run all the side events. LRG is running the Last Chance Qualifier and the Skirmish, and they are running the Nats. So all I'm going to do on Friday is hang out with you guys, play a few games for charity, and maybe do a couple interviews, live stream. And speaking of Marcel, the GOAT has arrived. I'm hoping he'll have time to sit down for a little interview. How many rounds is the skirmish? As Ricky, I don't know. Did they post the skirmish on Top Deck or Cardio? The last I heard, they would like to run everything through Top Deck, but the Last Chance Qualifier is already in there in Cardio. So the way I understand it right now, we're going to run everything through Top Deck except the Last Chance Qualifier. That is going to still be running Cardio. I don't think it's going to be a problem. Guys, please go register on topdeck.gg. I posted it in Facebook last night, a direct link to Top Deck. You can go there. It only takes a minute to sign up. Please use your same email address and your same user ID that you used in Cardio. This will help pull in the rankings better. And I see Vlad's texting me instead of showing up to the chat. Hey Vlad, join the chat. Let's talk about it, whatever it is you're texting me about. Merlin says skirmish with 7 missions, so obstinately 7 rounds, but a tied round will add 1. Marcel, hello adventurers. Ready for an OP adventure? Close-up adventure. Yeah, sorry Marcel. Struggled tonight. And I got tired of trying. So, the skirmish is going to be a little strange. It's something most of us haven't done much of. I know some have. But I think we're going to have a pretty good turnout for the skirmish. And they offered up some nice pricing for the skirmish. I know there was a small cash payout. I don't remember how much. Was it $150 or $250? So that'll be cool. Some guys are super excited and can't wait to get here. Myself being one of them. I don't know how I'm going to sleep every night. I can't wait to get up and be here on Thursday. And why Thursday? Because that's when a lot of the guys are going to start coming in. Super excited for tomorrow and Wednesday. But Thursday and Friday are going to be the two big days leading up to the biggest day. If you saw the Facebook post, you saw those beautiful standees supplied by a Lazarus Rising Games. And they're huge. They're over 9 foot tall. So I'm not exactly sure. Joe said something about leaving them right there at the entrance when you walk in. I might put one or two of them outside the room, get your attention, make you come back here, pop your head in, see what's going on. They're just huge. So I know a lot of people are already talking about getting their picture taken with them. That's what they're here for. Come and get your picture taken. John says, according to the announcement, 5 rounds of Swiss play, 30 minutes each. Top 8 advance to single elimination. Elimination rounds are 45 minutes with a 7-mission skirmish. Thank you, John. Appreciate that. 5 rounds of Swiss. 30-minute rounds shouldn't be too much to ask on a skirmish. Those hands are going to go pretty fast, I would think. Top 8 advance to single elimination. Elimination rounds are 45 minutes. I don't know why they'd add an extra 15 minutes to the top 8 of skirmish, but that's what they're doing. I also saw on Top Deck that the National's going to be 8 rounds. I was hoping somebody from LRG might pop in and we could ask him about that. Are we really going to do 8 rounds on Saturday and then cut to the top 8? If they said that before, I missed it. It could be that that's been the plan all along. I don't know. 8 rounds. What, if you go over 64, you need 8 rounds to have a perfect 5 and 2 cut, I believe is what they're saying. I know Joe Peters, if you're here in the chat, you could help me out there. Maybe Phil Keffer knows if he's in, but he hasn't poked his head in yet that I've seen. It's going to be a very, very exciting day. Man, they just keep changing things every day, says Marcel. Well, I kind of think that 8 rounds might have been a miscommunication on their part. I'm not sure. If you go to the Top Deck, that's what it's got posted there. I have not reached out to James to ask him if that was just a typo. I just don't know. Jessica and I worked the store by ourselves today, and we were slammed with a few thousand kids here at the convention center, and they kept us hopping all day. And another part of the reason why we have to do this max headroom type thing tonight. You guys don't mind, do you? It's not that bad, right? Lie to me if you have to. Okay. I think. Wow, that is up close and personal, ain't it? Well, we're going to see what happens tonight. Okay, how many rounds? Yeah, all right, I think I'm caught up with the chat right now. We will be selling. Oh, thank you to everybody who already bought a t-shirt or a hoodie. We will have them waiting for you when you get here. Your order can be picked up as soon as you're here. I really appreciate that. So many of you bought it the very first night that they were up. The extra large shirts are not in short supply, but you get into some of the bigger sizes. If you wait too long, we may sell out. I didn't order a lot of 2X or 3X of anything because if I get stuck with those after the Nats, I'm stuck with those after the Nats. They won't sell. We may be able to start doing a print to order type thing on the website after the Nats, and if we can do that, then if we sell out of any size, you'll be able to order them afterwards right off our website. Hey, Ray, how are you? Ray says, driving home from Milwaukee today, just 3 more hours to go. Oh, man, glad to tune in and make the drive go faster. I appreciate that, Ray. I can't wait to see you tomorrow and hear about the great event and get you prepped for Saturday or for Friday. You got to qualify yet. We got to get you qualified. Other things that we'll have for sale. We'll have the Overpower Adventures shirts, t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, the hats. I think we still have a few beanies. We're going to put the Heroes and Games stuff in here. Maybe I might run out of room. I don't know if I can put all those all the attire in here, but we're going to bring the Overpower Adventure stuff in here. I think it's already marked down on the website. We're just going to try and close it out, and sometime over the summer launch some new shirts and hoodies, or maybe just close them out and not do them. We'll have some play mats, Overpower Adventures play mats. We'll have a lot of the Lazarus play mats. There's a handful of Darkness, a handful of Witchblade, Poseidon's over there, a couple unique play mats, the Cthulhu playmat from Boston. We got one of those. I only had one Omni-Man, and it sold to a Yu-Gi-Oh player. Charlie says Spencer would appreciate a print order in a child size. You know what, Charlie? I apologize. I never even thought about that. Okay, let me see what we can do about that. Wow. What size do you need? Child size. I only did one small of the t-shirt because I had a request for that one. But we'll have, I got a collection, a classic collection that I'm going to put in the showcase tomorrow. Have it ready for you guys. Some really great cards there. We have some unique Lazarus Rising cards to put in the showcase. Both from World Legends and stuff before World Legends. Let's see, what else we're going to have for sale over there. We'll have deck protectors or sleeves, whatever you call them, for sale up in the store. You'll need to go up there to get those. I don't think we're going to bring them back here because there's just too many. And if you want a specific color, just run up to the store and get those. So you'll be able to, you got plenty of time to get here on Thursday or Friday. Just go up there and grab them. Merlin says, is there any demand for the Red Mina Top 8 regional mats? I don't know. I don't know anybody that's tried to sell one, Sean. Mine's in the showcase right now, but it's not going to stay there. It will not be there when you guys get here because I'm not selling that one, and I'm not selling the playmat, Top 8 playmat from the Oklahoma shootout last year. All the others that I have, I think are going to be in there. The Zorro will be in there. I have 2 Cyberforce. Those are not for sale. Those are for John. I'm going to give him those. That's been on hold for him. I should have bought more when I had the chance of those. There's some other stuff over there. I can't remember what other playmats are there. So there's a lot of them. If there's anything that you're looking for, I know somebody's already asked me about buying Hercules standee. If you want that Hercules standee, that's not mine. There's nothing I can do with that. That's up to Lazarus. I will tell you it's 9 foot tall at least, and it's in 2 pieces. So you probably could take it back apart, fold it up, and condense it down to about 2 foot by 3 foot. Or I think that's the size of the box it came in. It might have been a 4 foot box, 2 by 4. But if you want to stand it up, you're going to need a very high ceiling. I guess you could put it in your garage maybe, but it's very big. I have, I don't want to say I have no desire to keep it after the Nationals, but like I said, it's not mine. And if Lazarus wants to give it away or sell it, that's on them. So we'll see what they say when they get here. We have a few other directions. We have some window decorations in the windows, where Jessica has one more to put up. I picked it up Friday when she was out of town. She doesn't even know I got it. I forgot to tell her today. So we'll get that one up Wednesday, probably. So it'll be here before most of you, it'll be up before most of you get here. We have a few other decorations. There's supposed to be another box of stuff coming from Lazarus that has not shown up yet. It should have table numbers. I've been bugging them about table numbers for 6 weeks, guys. So if they don't show up, it's not my fault. Because I told them 6 weeks ago it would be a shame if we had to put Yu-Gi-Oh! Table numbers on these tables. So they promised me we will have table numbers. We have black tablecloths on all the tables. It looks fantastic. We are not doing any other gaming in this room on Friday or Saturday. We're not sharing the room with anybody. It's all Overpower all weekend, all for 2 days. Sunday, if you are still in town and you want to come in on Sunday, we don't open till noon, but after noon, the room will be available if you're wanting to play some before you go home. You got a late flight, come in and hang out. You can either play or just hang out. I will be in on sometime on Sunday. I haven't decided what time I'm coming in. Might be around 1 or 2, but we'll see how many of you guys are going to stick around. And then if there's a bunch of you going to be here, I might come up sooner. Doug, make sure you don't run too long on my Wednesday. I don't want to steal your audience. Looking forward to seeing everyone this weekend. Yeah, Marcel, I forgot about that. I didn't think you were going to be back, to be honest with you, so I didn't think too much about that. I will not go past 7:55, okay? You go at 8 o'clock, right? I'll make sure I'm off by 8, I promise. And I appreciate you moving your release to yesterday instead of today on your live version. So I won't overlap you, I promise. I'll talk to the Brazilians and see if maybe they even want to go on a little early. We might start early. Traveling Goof says, hey, looking forward to seeing everyone this weekend. Yes, Goof, we'll be glad to see you. What time are you coming in? James says, get me a box of crayons and construction paper. I'll make some table numbers. Man, I hope we don't get that desperate, James, but you never know. I know there was one big event that we hosted. It was Lorcana, and we didn't have Lorcana table numbers yet, and we had to use Dragon Ball ones, so that was not fun. I don't like to do that, but we'll see what happens. The PDF for the deck list may already be in my email. I was told I would have it today at some point. Today could be as late as 11 or 12 o'clock tonight. I don't think it was today being sometime before 6 working hours. But when that arrives, I will put it up on Heroes and Games website, and you'll be able to download it, print it out, bring it with you. You'll be able to fill it out. It might be able to fill it out. I guess it depends on what Acrobat version you have. If you can fill it out and print it out when you're here, we'll do that. Now, I'm assuming you need a deck list for the Last Chance qualifier because we had to fill one out for all of the regionals. So if you're coming for the Last Chance qualifier, be prepared with a deck list. Registration opens at 9 o'clock. The tournament, first hand, is supposed to draw at 10, which means 9:45 to 9:50. who's ever running that event will need to give instructions for the tournament. It won't be James because he told me he's not getting in time. So I guess that'd be Keith. And Keith will have to give those instructions so that at 10 o'clock we can, maybe 9:55, release the pairings and everyone can grab a seat and we'll get started. Right now, last I checked, there were 15 people signed up for the last chance qualifier. I do believe there's at least a couple that are not signed up that plan to be here. So we should get to 20 pretty easily, maybe 25. So if they're taking 8 out of 25, you got a 1 in 3 chance right off the bat. The goose says won't be until after 7 on Friday night. I'll drop by to say hello and grab my shirt, then probably turn in fairly early so I'm rested for Saturday. I'm going to stay kind of late on Friday, but I'll get in bed early enough and up early on Saturday morning. King 31, how are you? I was hoping to make it out this week, but sadly the shutdowns are draining. Yeah. If you're flying, it might be a little tough. I don't know what's going on with that. I haven't really been paying a whole lot of attention. Hopefully all you flyers can get in without any problem. The weather's not going to be a problem. I know northeastern United States got hit with a lot of snow. I don't know if they got as much as they were expecting. All my buddies in New York were planning to spend all day today shoveling snow. I don't know if they had to or not. But here in Ohio, we got very little. I don't think we even had 2 inches. And it is going to be warmed up. I think by Wednesday, maybe Thursday at the latest, we'll be above freezing. Highs on Thursday and Friday, I believe, are going to be in the low 40s. So it will not be freezing. Felipe is a little concerned. And Diego's a little concerned about driving in snow and ice because I don't think he ever has. But I don't think he's going to have to. It's not going to be a problem. And the King says New York City got hit hard. Yeah, that's where my buddies are, and they were planning for a lot. The Goof says, yeah, 2 to 3 inches across New England. That's not too bad. They can handle that up there pretty easily, I believe. So as long as you're not coming through New York City, is that going to affect Zach in Buffalo? I would think by then we should be okay. The temperature's probably going to go up and most of that snow's going to be gone, I hope. There's not a whole lot in the forecast. I don't even think we have rain in the forecast. Maybe a little bit of rain on Wednesday. What? Oh, Goof, you're right. You did say 2 to 3 feet. Holy cow, that is a lot. Okay. 24 to 36 inches, not 2 to 3 inches. Whoa. Buffalo only got 3 inches. That's awesome for Buffalo. All right. Wow. Did anybody check on the Lazarus guys? Are they okay? Are they going to be able to get out? Maybe they need to get out of town a little earlier. They should have left even earlier. Maybe they should have came in today or left yesterday. Wow. 2 to 3 feet across New England. I'll have to reach out to Joe, Moran, see how they're doing. That's what Vlad's texted me about. What happens if Lazarus can't make it to their own nationals? Oh boy. I'm going to send Joe and Ron a text right now. Where are they at? There they go. All right. Let's see if we can get a reply today or before the show's over. See if they're snowed in. That would be terrible if a couple of them couldn't make it. I believe all of them are coming, although I'm not sure about Sean Sawyer. I haven't heard from him. I'm pretty certain the Costas are both coming. Dave's coming. James, Ron, Joe. I feel like I'm missing someone. Keith, we know's coming. So let's find out. James says, everything's melting as it hits the ground in Michigan. Yeah, we pretty much had that most of the day yesterday, but then overnight, a little bit did stick. Them getting snowed in and having to drive is the iOS movie we need. iOS. Oh, that'd be a heck of a drive if they have to drive out. It's already from Boston, looking at almost 12 hours. If they have to drive in bad weather, it'll be even worse. Take them a lot longer. I will go over the schedule just a little bit. Again, Overpowered Adventures tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. Ricky's going to join me for about an hour. Wednesday night, we'll have all three of the Brazilians with us. Felipe, Marcio, and Diego. We're going to talk for a little while. They're not probably going to want to spend a whole lot of time on the podcast anyways, because they just want to play. Felipe wants me to show him how to beat Scott Flint. Little does he know, it's really not that hard. So he's going to hire me as his coach for the day to teach him how to beat Scott. Scott did text me today. He did not offer to pay more than Felipe for me to not coach Felipe. So I guess I'm going to be coaching Felipe. Then on Thursday, Joe Peters is going to join me. Thomas is going to join me if he gets in on Thursday. Last I talked to him, he wasn't sure when he was coming in yet. And then Friday, I want to do a hodgepodge and move guys in and out that aren't playing in the skirmish. Try to get, like I said, Tyler, Marcel, Phil Keffer, and the Costas. Maybe somebody from LRG pop in and say hi. On Saturday, we are going to live stream at least 2 rounds. I still have not heard from Robert if he's coming or not. They will do their live streaming on Discord. I will live stream here on our channel. The championship game will be a joint venture. We will both be streaming that one. I'm going to try to set up my stream so that you can hear the 2 players talking and don't need somebody in the other room giving you play-by-play. We'll see how that works out. I assume Joe is planning on doing play-by-play on their live stream, but I really haven't asked them, so I'm not sure. We're kind of like doing our own thing. They're doing their thing. I'm doing my thing. We'll figure out all the details later. The only thing that I know for sure is the championship game. It will be on their setup, but I will move my setup over and join them on that table, and we will simulcast it. So you'll be able to watch it on whichever platform you prefer, YouTube or Discord. I think that'll bring a lot of eyeballs to the event. I don't plan on live streaming any of the skirmish or the last chance qualifier, mostly because I just want to hang out on Friday and play some charity games and be able to do some interviews. Nor has said he will join me in the charity events. The charity events, our favorite charity here at the store is the Ronald McDonald House Charities. That is, if you don't know what that is a house real close to Children's Hospital, just a couple blocks away from it. And families come and stay at Ronald McDonald House when their children are being treated at the hospital. And we try to support them as much as we can. We donate a lot of toys and books and things like that to Ronald McDonald House. And this weekend, Thursday and Friday, Nora and I both are going to be playing games. It'll cost you $10 to play the game. If Nora or I win, the $10 goes to Ronald McDonald House. If Nora or I lose, you're going to get a $20 voucher to be used either at the field court all weekend, or you can use it at heroes in games. And to be honest with you, if you beat us, we're not going to care where you spend it. Spend your $20 in the food court or the store, whichever you please. But please come out, sit down, and play us a game or two for $10 so we can raise some money for charity. Norris said he wants to do it. I don't know if Corey's planning to do it or Jessica. I forgot to ask them. I forgot to ask Corey on Saturday when I saw him, and I forgot to ask Jessica today. But hopefully they will do. Hey, John, that's funny. Burger King Arthur playing for Ronald McDonald House. I love it. You know, we had Joe on the stream last week, and it was funny when he tried to crack on me and say that the art style for the Burger King Arthur is going to be all the rares in the next set, which that would be an ultimate troll, but I'm so glad they're not really going to do that. And that card has not grown on me like the Joan of Arc Gothic card has. I do kind of like the Joan of Arc card. I just wish she didn't have the dark eyeliner on. But the King Arthur card, it's not growing on me. So I wonder if I got enough Burger King Arthurs laying around the store or in these boxes I got back here where I can give one out to everybody who plays me. If I beat you, you have to take a Burger King Arthur home with you. And if you beat me, I got to keep it. Does $10 still get donated if you nor lose? No, the player gets. Oh, yes, $10 from every game is going to the charity. Yeah, you don't get your $10 back. You get a $20 voucher instead. So you can take your $10 and turn it into $20 if you beat us. But every game, $10 is going to the charity. So we want to play as many games as we can. You put up $10, I put up a $20 voucher, and we'll go from there. Uh-oh, I just got an email or a text message back from Ron. Oh, Ron. I asked them, are you guys snowed in? And Ron said yes, and he sent me a picture of the snow that has completely covered Joe's car. Joe's car is somewhere in that pile. Oh no. Oh, wow. Oh, I see it. I see the car. Oh my gosh, it is. It's buried. Joe. All right, anybody in Boston can go help Joe shovel out some snow. Oh, that's terrible. Yeah, John, I appreciate that question. A Burger King foil. I do have probably one or two extra Burger King foils. Not that I've been saving them, they just accumulate. I originally put one back, and I didn't send it in to be graded, so I still got it here somewhere. Merlin says, I'd ask you to share it, but you'd probably crash the system. Oh. All right, Merlin, just for that, I'm going to save it. And Dark Clown, they need to order an Uber Human Torch Edition. That's funny. Yeah. James says, I've been tempted to laser you a Burger King Arthur, but I have a better idea brewing, like a relic card. I can't wait to see what you come up with, James. All right. Let's see if I can do this without crashing the system. Merlin will be disappointed if I don't crash the system, though. I'm just going to name it Snow. Click OK. Ron said it's okay. He sent a dog sled to pick Joe up. Excellent, because that's probably what it's going to take. Oh no. He will be in Columbus in a week. He's going to come in the day after the Nats. Oh, where did it save it to? Oh, there it is. All right. guys ready? Hold on a minute. There. That pile of snow is Joe's car. All right. So who's going to help Joe dig out? Oh boy, Joe. Joe probably don't care. He likes being snowed in. They don't have to do anything but feed his dog. Maybe let the dog out for a minute every once in a while. Oh, that's terrible. That's a light dusting, bloody Yanks, says Merlin. Well, I guess it comes down to the airport, right? If Joe can get to the airport, and Ron, let me ask, any effect on you guys will be here? Whoops, any. Oh my gosh. And Ron says, no, don't, it should be fine. All right. It looks, oh, awesome. They plan to be here on Thursday. I'm going to let them know the chat was asking. All right, so they'll be here Thursday. Ron still does not know how to play this game, so I can't challenge him to a game for charity. I'm hoping Joe, Dave, Sean, Keith, I hope they will all join in and help us raise some money for charity. We shall see. Then we'll see if we can raise a couple $100 at least for the charity. If I play 5 games on Thursday and 5 on Friday, it's 10 games. That's $100. If Nor can do it, that's $200. I know Chris Rice says when he comes in, he's going to do it. And he's going to donate some money. So $200 is not bad. We should be able to raise that, right? James says those are morning commute conditions. All right. Well, James, you don't know Joe very well. Oh, sorry, Joe. Joe probably don't even have a snow shovel. Wow, that's a lot of snow. All right. And AJ says Boston and New York on a no travel ban. Blue State with 2 feet of snow with 75-mile-an-hour winds until late Wednesday, Thursday morning. A lot of flights canceled. Wow. Oh. Well, I don't know. We shall see. Ron's saying right now it's not a problem. They should be here on Thursday. Hopefully Dave and Sean's going to be here, right? He'd have to be. This is the biggest thing in Overpower in 20 years. Has everyone got their decks ready? Nobody's doing last-minute play testing now, right? You're ready. You got that deck picked out. You know what you're playing. Howard says, does anybody know if the uncut sheets finally started shipping? Joe said they should start arriving this week. Howard, just a slight clarification there. Joe said they could start arriving this week, depending on how fast Cardio Fulfillment shipped them. And I have not received a tracking number yet. I will say I did receive the uncut sheets that are going to go to pricing. I just read Joe's message on the stream. Joe says I don't have a deck. Yeah, Joe, Thomas told me you didn't have a deck. Come on in on Thursday, Joe. We'll build you a deck. We'll build one together. But it won't be an intellect deck, so you won't be using Time Traveler or Invisible Man. And I got a story to tell you about that too. But Merlin says, got my Max 7 deck all ready for the Nats. That sounds great. I can't wait to play it. Traveling Goose says, I thought you were playing 4 Invisible Mans, Joe. You know what? I got a lot of respect for Joe because he said he was going to play the Invisible Man, and he manned up and said, it won't work. I'm not doing it. And I really respect that. Anyone else would have done it. Probably would have never said, I'm going to play the Invisible Man. But to just man up and say, it won't work, I can't do it. Fatty Crypto, how are you? Bringing a bunch of decks to test throughout the week leading up to Saturday. Patrick. Patrick, what day you coming up, buddy? And the second question for you, Patrick. Did you ever send any cards in to be graded? Someone in the chat last Monday said that Rudy's grading company will grade Overpower. Somebody messaged me this week, said, hey, Rudy's grading Overpower. So I will send it out a small batch to Rudy to grade. I'm not going to send any more foils to CGC, and they just destroyed me. James says, I haven't built a single deck yet. Gonna build the Invisible Man. Take the Invisible Man challenge, though, and make something with him for skirmish. Okay, that'll be fun. Joe says, I still have an Invisible Man deck left together, so you never know. Joe, I heard reports from the Pacific Northwest that even Joe Peters could not make the Invisible Man playable. And I heard that from a couple different sources, buddy. So they said you gave it your best shot, but you couldn't do it. And to be honest with you, I appreciate you trying, but for the Nats, I could see maybe taking it to a qualifier. But the Nats, the last thing you want to do is go 2-5 in the Nats and saying you wish you'd brought a different deck, right? I mean, you got to bring the deck you think has the best chance to win to the Nats. That's the way I look at it anyways. I don't want to be playing my second best deck at the Nats. Hey, Joey, how you doing, buddy? Recovering from that surgery? Patty said, should be there tomorrow night. All right. Still haven't sent anything to be graded yet. Okay. Are you coming by yourself, Patrick, or is somebody coming with you tomorrow? Goose says he can be playable, just maybe not top 8able. Yeah, right. I totally agree with that, Goof. He's playable. You can have a lot of fun playing Invisible Man, but I don't think you'll top 8 at the Nats with him. And Joe says, I'm going to prove you wrong. Andrew, how are you? Hey, Doug and OP people. I got my Max 6 deck ready. Yeah, I bet you do, AJ. Andrew says, he wrecked me with Invisible Man. Out of shame, I retired for about 5 minutes. Yeah, if I lose to the Invisible Man, I might quit playing for more than 5 minutes. James, I think James said in a stream he gets something for anyone he's got something for anyone who uses him. I don't care what James has. It's not enough to make me play the Invisible Man in the Nats. I just can't see it. Now watch Felipe show up from Brazil playing Invisible Man. What? Felipe, are you playing Invisible Man? I know you're working up something devious. John says, remind them to check Facebook or Discord for quick fire side event info. I just did, John. Thank you. You're calling them quick fire. I was calling them fill-in fires. Joe called them fire and fills. What those are going to be on, oh, John, help me out here. On Thursday, are you doing 4-man events and 8-man events on Friday or Saturday? Friday, 4-man events, Saturday, 8-man events, or the other way around. But we'll have a sign-up sheet, and when we fill the list, we're going to start. So if we do a 4-man draft, as soon as 4 people sign up, we take their money, give them the packs, and start. And if it's 8 players, since we get 8 players, we'll fire. Friday is 8, Saturday is 4. So you can get a lot of gaming in on Friday and Saturday. John is also going to do some kind of raffle. You get points for every event that you play in, I think, and points for wins or something. And we're going to give away a Zorro Ultra Rare foil as soon as I find it. Yes, because I pulled one and I set it aside for the event, and now I can't find it. But have no fear. Corey said he will step up and donate his until I find mine. So there will be a Zorro Ultra Rare foil given away to somebody Saturday afternoon. But do go to the Discord and Facebook, and you get all your information about what time it all begins. And John says he's having a raffle and prize packs. There are a lot of prize packs. They sent a lot of prize packs, and I have not heard if those prize packs are going to be just all the side events, if the people playing in the Nats are going to get 1 or 2 just for playing. I don't know. But we will also throw in some from the store if it starts running low, and we're going to give away a lot of prize packs this weekend. So if you don't have all those prize pack cards, maybe you can finish it out this weekend. John says, I'm kicking in a Robin Hood prize pack alt art as well. Thank you, John. That's awesome. We're going to be selling a lot of those cards. We got foil stacks, ultra rares, foil rares, and guys, it's going to be cheap. You're not going to believe the prices on these cards. So if you're looking for anything, let us know. We don't have all the foil stacks because it's just our leftovers, the stuff that we opened and didn't want. Like, I don't think I have a King Arthur for sale because I kept all the King Arthurs that I pulled. And I think Corey traded off all of his to complete his set and so on and so forth. But we're going to have a lot, and we're talking cheap. I got a list over there somewhere of how cheap they're going to be. A lot of the foil stacks are $10. So I think Larry's got John Carter for like $5 on his website. So if he's got it at $5, we'll match Larry's price on that one. But we're going to be selling a lot of the LRG stuff cheap. We still have booster boxes for $135 a box. I see 6 or 8 boxes in the showcase right now. There's a couple. We still have 4 or 5, at least 4 or 5 sealed cases left, 6-box cases. So we'll have plenty of boxes available. If you go on our website and mark it for in-store pickup, you can pay in advance, pick it up when you get here, come back in the room and break it. Not a problem if you want to just pay for it when you get here, if you'd like a box. We're going to put starter decks on sale. $5 for starter decks. The power stations are going on sale. I don't know how cheap those are going to be. Jessica hasn't told me. Oh, my battery's dying on my laptop. I ought to plug it in. Like I said, we got a new collection of the classic cards with a lot of really rare cards that we're going to put out for sale. A couple of the unopened packs of the foil characters that foil cards that LRG first put out, which had the level 8 power cards, 3 Cthulhu 5 foils. We have 2 packs of those that are going to be in the showcase for sale. Unfortunately, no original art. I don't think there's going to be any original art for sale from us. LRG is going to give some away, but let's see. James asks, do we bring our own power cards for draft? I've never done it. Just thought maybe I should bring my power cube. John says it's easier to bring your own, James. We will have some for you to use. We're not going to open up a bunch of power stations, though, so you may have to make do with what we have. We do have a lot. We do ask that you return them after your event. so that we can pass them on to the next player. James says, I will play so many side events for prize packs. Yes, there's going to be plenty of events for you to do that. How many boxes have you opened? I'm going to take the Fifth Amendment on that and just not say. But we have opened a ton. Between Nor, myself, Jessica, Corey, we opened a lot. We've had a lot of fun with this set. I hope Skybound is half as much fun as this set was to open, because Jessica will open more than me. Andrew says, guys, have a good night. Andrew, we'll see you tomorrow, buddy. John says, they should have power stations available, but avoid the scrum. Yeah, I will have power stations available, but we also have a 1,600 count box full of power cards for everybody to use. James says, a live stream breaking cam would be awesome, just set up for people to walk up and open a pack under. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay. Joey says, we'll be ordering a box of Overpower and DDS Fusion World for you, from you soon. Fusion World, Joey, I only have set 4 in stock right now, but we got them at a really good price. And the Overpower is 135, so when you're ready, let me know. Merlin says, if you bring 3 of each power type, you'll be covered for a draft. Yep. Joey's also, while I'm stuck in bed watching the action from home, remember to keep it entertaining. LOL. Yes, guys. If you're on my stream in particular, please remember to talk. Don't just flash cards to your opponent, because people will be watching and they may not be able to see exactly what's going on. So if you can keep it entertaining for guys like Joey who are bedridden, recovering from surgery, I'm sure all the viewers would appreciate it. Okay, someone got a messages about all the snow, but I don't think it's going to stop them. It does. Ron says it's not stopping them. So they plan to be here on Thursday, which is great. Goof says, enjoy the streams, everyone. Well, not making it to the event. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. We'll try and keep it exciting. Overpower really is in a position for their nationals that most other card games don't have, and that we're hosted by a store, Heroes and Games, that can do all this stuff that these other nationals can't do because they rent halls. So we get to have a week-long celebration leading up to our event right here at the store, and if you come and play, you know, there's literally no charge to come back here to the room and sit and play other than your parking fee. Parking, that's a great tip. Nice reminder. If you're driving and you park in the outdoor parking lot that is at 80 East Nationwide Boulevard, is just on the other side of the dreary end, which is right beside the convention center. It is a bit of a walk, but you can park there for the first 8 hours for $3. After 3 hours, it does start accumulating the hourly rate, but it's probably going to be $20 out there to park all day if you don't have a voucher from Heroes and Games. And all you got to do is go into the store. We're not even going to require you guys to buy anything to get the voucher. Normally we require a customer, you guys spend $10 or whatever, $5 or $10, and we'll give you a voucher to park out there. You guys won't even have to do that. We know you're going to support us anyways, but we'll have vouchers available every day that you're here to get you $3 parking out there. As a matter of fact, I just sent an email today to get restocked on those vouchers so that I have plenty of them. Like the QR code is what it really is. So you can park there for $3 for up to 8 hours. And there are guys who, after 7 hours, will go out there pay the $3, leave the parking lot, just turn around and go back in. So you could technically park for 16 hours for $6. You didn't hear that from me, though. I don't know. I just remember I heard that some guys do that. That voucher will also be good on Sunday if you stay and play on Sunday. But street parking is free on Sundays. So if you come in on Sunday and you can find a spot on the street, it's free all day long. I think after 11 o'clock Friday night, they're free until Monday. So your parking's not going to be that expensive. I know when we went and played at Boston, it was pretty expensive to park there. Not horrible because there was 4 of us splitting it, but I think we paid $20 or $25 for not even 8 hours. It might have been 8 hours. We might have been there for 8 hours. $3 parking, and if you get confused and not sure where to park, just call the store or stop in and we'll show you. You want to come in the entrance at 50 East Nationwide Boulevard. That's the south entrance to the convention center. Just come in those doors. Directly in front of you will be a flight of stairs. Come up those stairs. That'll put you on the first floor. And the windows on the boulevard room, if you've never been here, first hallway to your right, walk straight back, you walk right into the room. If you walk past that first hallway, right there on your right is Heroes and Games. So you can't miss it. Most of you have been here before, or I should say an awful lot of you have been here before. If you haven't, feel free to call the store and get better directions at any time. There'll be somebody there that can answer the phone and tell you how to get here. What's the best place if you just want to leave my car in a spot all weekend and just walk from the Red Roof? If you're staying at the Red Roof Inn, they have parking at that same parking lot. You'd have to ask them. I don't know what they charge for parking for the weekend at the Red Roof. The Red Roof is literally across the street from the parking lot, and it's just down a little bit from the convention center, James. So if you stay there, they'll take care of your parking. I'm sure they're going to charge you. I just don't know how much they charge. I don't know where everyone else is staying. I know the Felipe and the guys got a Airbnb about 10 or 12 minutes from the convention center. The hotel rooms are not that expensive right now. I haven't checked them lately, but when we started all this, the Hilton and the Hyatt were like $160 a night, which for the Hilton and the Hyatt, that's not very expensive. I think the Red Roof was like $110 or $120 when we first announced it. So Joey says, yeah, the Boston parking can be rough. Yeah, it sure can. Jessica left John's store and wanted to go to another comic book store, and she couldn't even find a place to park, so she ended up not going to it. So it was crazy. If you're not staying too far away, there's plenty of places to eat, both here in the convention center and not very far away. I would not recommend leaving the convention center on Friday if you're in the last chance qualifier. Please eat from the food court because there's nothing that close for the short time that you're going to be given for a lunch break. Same on Saturday. I think on Top Deck it said something about a 45-minute lunch break. It might take you 15 minutes to get to the North Market, and you may spend 15 or 20 minutes in line and then 15 minutes back. So it's going to be pretty close. It's going to be hard. They're not going to be very forgiving about being late. If you're late, it's on you. So you might just want to eat here at the food court. We have Chinese, we have a barbecue, we have subs, pizzas, 2 different sub restaurants. Fames has Indian food and American food. We got the Greek place. We got chicken and egg. So there's lots of good places to eat. You can also DoorDash something to be delivered here. If you do that, please don't bother anyone that's playing a game and ask them for directions. But you could go up to the store and they can tell you where to have DoorDash delivered. If I'm standing around not playing a game and you want to ask me, Doug, what address do I use? I'd be glad to do it. I don't know how strict James is going to be about people watching games being played. My preference is when your game's over, you should leave the room. I don't know if James is going to do that. I know a lot of the bigger games do it, and then there's some that don't require you to leave. But on Saturday, James will make that announcement. On Friday, I expect Keith to make that announcement, whether he's going to allow you to stand around and watch somebody else's game. Patty Crypto says, somebody from Columbus told me I have to eat at Marcella's. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Sorry, I don't eat out a lot, and I don't know a lot of those restaurants, nor and Jessica might agree with you. So if Jessica's listening still, maybe she'll tell us. Goof says, are there any convenience store-like options to buy takeaway snacks, or should we bring those? There is. Nielsen's convenience store is in the convention center. It's just across from Heroes and Games. It is definitely convenience store pricing. So if you don't mind paying $4 for a couple Hostess cupcakes, you'll be fine. They got plenty of drinks there. We have some drinks in the store. We don't have snacks. We have energy drinks. We have the Black Rifle coffee, some sodas, some Liquid Death water. We have the mountain water. We have the sparkling water. We have flavored sparkling waters that you can get there. But if you want snacks, Nielsen's is over there, and they have everything. Literally everything. I don't know if you know what Grandpa Joe's candy store is, but Grandpa Joe's literally supplies Nielsen's. So there's lots of different snacks in there, plenty of drinks. James says, what are rules on food and drink in the play area? You can bring them into the room. We do not tell players they can't have them at the table during their game. If it becomes a distraction and you're spending too much time eating or drinking during a game, obviously that can't be. So I guess we'll leave that up to LRG. I don't know what their rules are going to be on that. That's a great question. I would say most likely you're not going to be able to bring it into the play area. You can bring it into the room, but when you sit down to play a tournament game, you're not going to be able to have it out. Stefan, how are you? Marcella's is decent. Columbus is not a hub for Italian food, though. It is a local restaurateur chain Italian concept. Pearl is better. All right, what is Pearl? Is that downtown? If you're coming in, all right, Patrick's coming in tomorrow. You got lots of time to find some really good places to eat. There's lots of them downtown. As a matter of fact, there's Jeff Ruby's Steakhouse right across the street. If you want to spend $100 on a steak dinner, you can do that right there. The restaurant right beside Jeff Ruby's is called the Flatiron. It's a bar and grill, and they have great sandwiches. Usually pretty good service. It just depends on how busy they are, because it's not a very big place, and if a lot of people from the convention center are walking over there, you could have a pretty long wait. So please, on Saturday, don't leave the food court unless you're just going to go to Nielsen's to buy a snack. We do have the peanut store. They got all kind of popcorn and peanuts and stuff like that. It's a nice little convenience store with some good stuff there. That is actually located in the food court. So there's everything that you need. There's no reason that you would need to have to go out of the food court to eat. For lunch and maybe for dinner, if you make top 8 You might want to just eat in the food court again. And if you got to have a really good meal, you might want to wait until on your way back home or the hotel room. Pearl is in the short north, 2 to 3 blocks from the convention center. I'd never heard of it. Is there a Jackets game this weekend? It's a great question. I don't know the answer to that, Stefan. I guess I should check that out. The Columbus Blue Jackets. Holy cow. I don't know. Let's see. There we go. Oh, there. Well, why did it do that? Their game for tonight got canceled. Hey, how about that USA team? Man, that was the women's and the men's team. That was awesome. All right, here we go. Even if there is a game on Saturday, it shouldn't affect us too much. It's kind of like if you're leaving the convention center as that game lets out, it can be pretty busy, but it's not too bad. We're 20. Yes, Saturday night at 6 p.m. there is a Blue Jackets game. They are at home. Wow, how about that? That's there will be some parking at the convention center for that event. But like I said, if you park in that outdoor parking lot, you won't have to worry about that. That won't be a problem. And that game will probably end around 9 o'clock. So if you're not leaving in that time frame, around 9 o'clock, you'll be good. But there is a game from starts at 6 o'clock Saturday night. And the short north that Stefan's talking about is literally, if you go out, the convention center is 2 city blocks long. If you walk out the north end of the building, you're in the short north. Lots of restaurants there, lots of really good restaurants, lots of very expensive restaurants. But I say expensive, Columbus expensive, but if you're from New York, Boston, Chicago, you're used to paying that. I don't think it's any more expensive than those cities are. So you can get something really good to eat there. All right, I think I covered everything. There's something close by for everything that you need. There won't be a coat check. You're going to have to keep your coat and your backpack with you, unfortunately. You may want to travel light with the backpack. Just bring a deck on Saturday. Most of you are coming in early, so to do your trading and everything, if you want to do that on Thursday or Friday, and then that way you can come in kind of light on Saturday. All right, like I said, make sure you park at 80 East Nationwide Boulevard. Get a voucher from Heroes and Games. $3 for up to 8 hours, and then it does start a slight hourly charge on top of $3. And that's every day that you're here, whatever day you come in. Sunday, to stay on Sunday, park on the street if you can, because that is free. Plenty of food, plenty of places to eat, plenty of drinks. The food court knows you're all coming. They're very excited about having you all here. So they're going to make sure you get treated good. What else? The entrance to the convention center is 50 East Nationwide. You could park in the South Garage, which is also at 50 East Nationwide Boulevard. It's probably going to cost you $25 for the day. So if you don't want to walk from the outdoor parking lot, that's your only other option. That's your best option. It's not going to be that cold. Maybe the driver can drop everybody off at the south entrance and then go park and walk up. Whatever. However you want to do it, just let us know. We're going to be here for you. We'll get you vouchers. The charity events, we hope that you sign up for that. They're going to be fun. I have 2 decks built, which I will just randomly pick one every game. the one I want to play the most is the Poseidon deck. So if it starts losing too much, I'll put it aside and grab a King Arthur deck. But I want to play the Poseidon the most. I really have a lot of fun playing that deck. Win or lose, it is fun. So I want to thank you all for tuning in tonight. Make sure you have the notification button turned on if you're not coming to the event this weekend, or this week even. All of the streams are scheduled. You want to make sure you get that notification when we're live so that you can tune in. Sean says, if I don't make it in time for the skirmish, I'll take you on for charity. Sounds great, Merlin. And even if you do make it in time for the skirmish, let's do a charity game at some point. We'll find some time. So that about covers everything, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure your notifications are turned on because there's a live stream every day, and Fridays are going to be unscheduled. We'll just, whenever I feel like setting it up and doing one. And then you'll also get notifications on Saturday. I did forget to make a second one on Saturday for the top 8, so I need to do that. But that will be 2 separate streams. You can watch the Swiss on one stream. Then I'm going to end that stream and start a new one for the single and limb, simply because there is a 12-hour time limit on YouTube. So I have to cut it off at some point, and I think that's the best play to do it. Hey, Ricky, I can't wait to see you, buddy. John, I'll see you Thursday. Thanks for everything. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you all soon. Thanks for tuning in.